Hartford knocks off UAlbany 61-49 as the 4-seeded Hawks will play at UMBC this upcoming week as they survive. And Jeff Dooley, Adam Finkelstein, that's what it's about at this point, right? Survive and move on. Hartford will do that. The Great Dane season will end. Take a look at the brackets, Adam.
Well, as you mentioned, the Hawks headed to UMBC. Vermont absolutely dominant in the opening round win over NJIT, and Binghamton scoring a little bit of an upset on the road at New Hampshire to advance to the semifinals.
Jeff Dooley, Adam Finkelstein, as we look back at this afternoon's matchup, Hartford and UAlbany, and it was a 17-run run late in the first half that basically got the separation that the Hawks needed today.
Yeah, that was the difference in the game, quite frankly. I thought Albany came out and really controlled the first 10 minutes. Both teams struggled to score early on, but Albany's defense really stood out. They were really shrinking the floor, doing a nice job, but the Hawks caught fire late. Tracy Carter opened things up. And that 17-1 run, I think that was really the difference in the game.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from earlier today. The Hawks and the UAlbany Great Danes. And both teams struggled early on scoring. And this defensive basket after a steal, DJ Mitchell getting to the rim for the dunk.
Yeah, so Tracy Carter and David Shriver combined to make 6 first-half three-pointers. They were 6 of 12 from behind the three-point line in the first half. Really got things going early on. Albany got it into the paint a little bit, but really just never found their rhythm offensively. And Hartford, even in the midst of a second-half slump offensively, still continued on for the convincing quarterfinal win.
And David Shriver, you just have to know what he has on the floor, and you see the emotion, and he can make shots from all over the place. I mean, look at that. That's 10 feet behind the three-point arc.
Well, Shriver's been phenomenal the last couple of weeks. It goes back to the fact that Austin Williams and Moses Flowers out of the lineup the last 2 games. Shriver had to assert himself as the focal point offensively, and he continued to play that same way, even with Flowers and Williams back in the lineup today. You see Williams being big down the stretch in the second half in his return.
And we'll take a look at the stats from today's game with Hartford getting the victory, 61-49. And not a great shooting day, but you know what? Sometimes you got to grind it out, right?
Yeah, and we talked about postseason basketball. The energy is high. The anxiety is high, if you will. Both teams got to fight through those nerves. And I thought the Hartford Hawks really did a better job, especially in that decisive 17-1 run.
And that is a look at your final score. Hartford 61, UAlbany 49.